Welcome to this video about the new features of adding lip synchronization to DEMoCap without using a mouse tracker on your headset. So as you can see here, if you don't have a mouse tracker on your headset, you are not getting any kind of mouse motion by default. So what has been added now is the following. Here I have the new LipSync mode, which is also included in the next upcoming release. Then you can directly use the profile to testing it. So what's the difference is basically this. We have in this tracking stuff, let's go here in the motion transfer section. Usually you would put a face motion transfer, which uses face tracker hardware like a mouse face tracker. But if you don't have it, you can use the LipSync Motion Transfer, which is new. And this one is based on using your voice as input. So it's a little bit of audio analysis going on, not a big one. It's just basic spectrum analysis. And it maps to the typical kind of mouth movements visemes you will also typically know from applications like VRChat. And this one supports 2 modes, or 3 actually. You can just have an open mouth, so you can define a jawbone to do the typical kind of mouth flapping. You can define simple viseme sets, so these are just 4 which are lined out to give you the basic shapes like mouth open, a mouth half open, a pouting shape of the mouth to cover the most basic mouth shapes for a simple kind of viseme, and the full set which includes the simple one as well as all full ones. So that's the basic concept. So let's activate it. So this is what you're getting if you are doing mouse tracking using your voice instead of just using a head tracker or a mouth tracker hardware. So this is of course limited, but for certain use cases it's not that bad. So you can easily and quickly give characters some mouth motions for doing a performance without needing to go down the way of getting yourself a wave tracker or a Babel tracker or other kind of mouse tracking hardware you can get yourself. So this is all based on the game engine features. So this is a new game engine class LipSync, which provides everybody who wants to use with the drag engine some kind of lip sync can use it, and DEMoCap is using it to provide during capturing a simple kind of mouth motion based solely on your voice. So that's the case with full visemes doing full kind of mouth motion. Now you can also, as shown before, use only bone flapping. This is usually best used for characters which do not have this kind of mouth where it is works, like this guy here. That's an example where I've set up the jaw flapping, which is just the jaw, nothing else. So I need to change. Let's quickly calibrate. So as you can see, it's the typical kind of just using the mouth motion depending on, it's not directly loudness, it's actually using the same processing, the same spectrogram as you use the viseme, but instead of using viseme shapes, it simply assigns them to a mouth bone which is opening and closing. So best used for characters which do not provide or do not have support for complex mouth shapes. So yeah, it's a simple way to handle this. So let's go back. So zack, zack. So this is what you can do now with the simple lip syncing without needing to use your hardware. A little bit something about when you're using Quest on a PC. This is not a problem, but the Quest is like always a bit of a problem. So when you try to use it directly on a Quest, you will notice that it's barely motion. You can barely get your mouth open. That's because the microphone, for some strange reason, is very quiet. So if you then go to the model parameters and into the audio module section, you have here the audio capture volume. So that's a game engine module property, not an application property, since it's the problem of everybody, not just one single application. So as you can see here, I've set it to gain the volume by 30 decibel. You heard right, 30 decibel. The microphone of the Quest is so damn quiet. But if you do this, that's what you can get from it.